feeling yourself settling into this moment. As you hold your awareness on your deep, soft breaths, let go of the outside world. Let go the need to be somewhere else, be doing something else, and bring yourself fully here to the group energy and this present moment experience. Allow yourself over the next hour to be open in your mind and heart, to not only be listening, but really hearing the pieces that will resonate for you. Know that you have entered a safe space. You are invited to bring your full self. Any part of you that wishes to be seen within the space is welcome here. Know that by having the courage to speak up and be seen, you are stepping into your power of the truth of you. And by doing so, you give others permission to be seen too. This hour together is about feeling. And so, take another deep, slow, deliberate, deeply nurturing breath in. And as you release the breath, feel the softness it leaves within you. This is the embrace of your own awareness and the beauty of love's connection through you as you take this moment to be in your body, heart awareness. Soft, flowing, embracing, gentle and nurturing. The vibrational essence of love can be found within every breath we take. Now, while holding this awareness, feel yourself fully arriving into this group energy. Feel yourself now seated in your chair, and when you are ready, opening your eyes. Welcome. Welcome to you being fully here. Welcome to this first body-heart awareness journey. Within this hour, there will be keys to support the unlocking of memory within you. There may be some things that are shared that will stretch your knowing at this time, but just be open and accept what resonates for you in this moment. I thought I would start today with a small bit about myself and my life journey, just so that you get an understanding of where my knowing of life comes from. So I always say to people that I was born awake. From the earliest memory that I have of the tiniest child within the crib, I could see this life as a multi-leveled, multi-layered reality. I had the most beautiful beings as my playmates. I had a beautiful life, physical life with my family, a mother who taught me what love was right from the word go, a father who showed me the power of standing in my truth and not being shaken out of it by others' beliefs. And so during my childhood, I was in and out of this reality and played often in the multi-realms with my beautiful I used to call them my sunshine friends because they always seemed to appear on a ray of sunshine. And they would encourage me out of the classroom to play with them and under the trees or that. I was forever getting into trouble with the teachers for, it looked like I was always in a daydream, but really I was, my light body was outside playing with my beloved friends. And so I learned a lot from a very early age about what love is, what the lightness of life is, how play is so important, just allowing the inner child to come out and play, and the beauty of all the possibilities that life holds for us. And so when I went into my teenage years, I became a bit of a rebel because I was very different to everybody around me in my entire area. And so I started to rebel against what I didn't fit into and was being pulled into. And then about 19, I arrived in my first spiritual group and I felt like I'd come home. I felt like for the first time in my life that people were seeing me and recognizing me. And so from there, it was just, I was in deep, deep contact with some other beautiful beings, very high masters and angelics. And then in 2011, just whipping very quickly through my life here, not taking up too much time. In 2011, on the operating table on the 14th of October, my heart was stopped. And in that moment of a major operation, a higher aspect of my soul energy entered my body. And so I knew this was going to happen. I had prior warning or prior conversation with beautiful beings before that, within the 2 months before that. So I was prepared for what was about to happen. So when I came out of the operation, I was a very different Janine. And it took me 5 years of blending with the cellular memory of what this body had been through, what the previous aspect of the Janine had been through, to be able to become one again and not be separate and not have my knowing of where I had come from, which I had fully then for the first few years, and Janine Mark 1, I call that first aspect, and her knowing of life. So it takes 5 years, for me it did, to blend with the cellular memory and become all one. So now I have all memory, and it's all, I call it, it's all myself, of course. And so I came in for a purpose, and I came in on purpose. And like many, many others around this world at this time, we have stepped into an adult body rather than go all the way through from childhood. I'm just admitting other people. And so we come with an advanced understanding of the reality that's here and of our mission here on the leading edge of change that's here now. And there's hundreds of thousands of us around this world now that were either born into the bodies or have come into the adult body to help with the rising of consciousness upon this planet at this time. And I work within the gold frequency. It's one of the new frequencies that's come onto the planet. And this is the frequency that I work in. This is the frequency of pure love. And so I have my learning still. And, you know, like us all, we all have our own personal inner work to do. And we're always a new chapter in the book unfolding. And so, and I welcome that. I'm here for that as well, my personal own growth, as well as holding the space of love so that this planet rises into its absolute beauty that it's doing at this time. And so that every one of us beautiful souls here on this planet rise into the absolute beauty of ourselves as well. So that's a very short synopsis of my life experience, just so that you understand where I'm coming from with my knowing of life. So today I'm wanting to talk about us as vibrational beings. So to look at ourselves, we believe that we are physical beings, and that's understandable, being in the reality that we're in here, this physical reality. But the truth is that we're actually vibrating beings, and we exist in a vibrational field. And so when we start to understand this, we realize how we create and what our life is like and why it's like it is, from the vibrations that we put out, from our thoughts, from our words, every conversation we get into, from our dreams, from our beliefs, our ideas. Every part of us holds a vibration, and we emit it into the vibrational field, and we create our reality moment by moment by moment. So what you're experiencing right now, you created a moment before, or a few moments before, or a few days before, or a few months before, but it's all your creation or your co-creation if there are others involved. And so we are learning now the power of ourselves, and we are incredible. There is nothing small about us, nothing. We have been led to believe our entire lives, and for those that have been here time and time again, many have, and many have just dropped into this life to help. We have been led to believe that we are small, we are codependent on the society that's led us down the track deliberately to keep us small and in our minds of doubt and fear. And nothing is further from the truth when we release that and we realise the power that's within our heart, the power of love. We were born from love, we exist in love, and we are opening back into that memory now. So as vibrational beings, we are learning the vibration of sound. We are learning the vibration of food, water, the earth. So sound, for a start, it's the voice, it's the words. It's one word and the vibration of it, and put that word with another word, the vibration alters. Put it into a sentence and the vibration holds a whole different vibration. And so the power of words is huge. And it's now time for us to come into the consciousness of this and use our words in a conscious way. Be very mindful of what we're saying and what conversations we are allowing ourselves to get into and what we're creating out into the field by those conversations. So we put words, beautiful words, into song. So we bring in music, and that touches us deeply. Being vibrating beings, any other vibration that comes into us affects us on some level. It can be even around the other side of the earth, and it moves into the vibrational field and it touches us always, always. And so being aware of words, being aware of song, being aware of sound, it all goes up into the conscious field of all that is around this planet. And all that is around this planet is affected by that. So we are learning the power of us on this level now. We are learning that the foods we put into our body are of vital importance. And there's nothing more higher in vibration than food that's grown in the soil in our backyard and taken from that and put into our bodies, that is alive with vibration. So totally different to all the packaged foods that we find on the shelves in the supermarket and the fast foods in the fast food outlets that are so dense in vibration, they're nearly dead. So these are the foods that are being pushed out there at the moment. So it's for us to just feel into our inner knowing, our inner guidance, and moving with what actually feels right, what our soul is saying to us to eat and to let go, to move on, move around, do not touch. The earth, this beautiful earth. And as we are, so is the earth. And as the earth is, so we are. Our connection with the earth is absolute. So we are organic and the earth is organic. And the vibrational flow between her and us is limitless and always. So to go out into nature, nature heals. And the ocean holds, and the trees hear and nurture, and the sun's rays bathe, and the moonlight activates, and our bodies are organic extensions of all this and vibrational extensions of all this. So when we call ourselves multidimensional beings, we are realizing that we exist on many different realities right now. That there is an aspect of our soul selves that lives in other civilizations, on other timelines, in other realms right now. And we are also realizing that to be multidimensional also takes in the who we are right here in this reality. The physical, the emotional, the energetic, the mental, the etheric. All these levels of us make up who we are right now, right here. And when we come into alignment, body, heart, mind, and we realize ourselves on all these levels, we are an unobstructed flow of pure love and light. And we are here having a physical experience. So we are a point of consciousness experiencing itself within this physical reality. We are here to know ourselves on all these levels, to grow in that knowing. We are absolutely unique because nobody else has had any of the combination of experiences that we have had. Nobody. And yet together we make up one energy. So if you can imagine for a minute that one energy and the gazillions, if there is such a word, of ways that the all that is getting to know itself and experience itself. And of course it already is everything, but it's experiencing itself through the everything. And we are a point of that everything. Right here, right now, in this moment, in this now moment, we are experiencing ourselves. So how do you feel right in this moment? If you were to ask yourself that question, how do you feel in this moment? Do you feel expanded from hearing what I've been speaking about? Do you feel a little stretched in some of the things that I may have shared? Are you open? Are you ready to know more? Do you feel yourself growing, expanding, deepening? This is the truth of you. You are not a small, physical human being here to do what others tell you to do. You are here to play, to have fun, to grow in the light, to open into love, to help the one next to you, to connect with your neighbour, to support your colleagues, to go out into your communities and love and be that light, anchor that light anywhere in your communities that you can. No longer to be afraid to stand up and speak out and show the world who you are. This is why you came, beautiful souls. This is why you're here. To shine your light into the heart of every other person who is ready to see that light, to be that light in themselves. No time now for fear and doubt. Those are old aspects. Time to release all the old aspects. I always say to people, embrace those old aspects as they show themselves. As fear comes up, say, hi fear, I see you, I feel you, and you are redundant now as I move into the new earth energy. So I embrace you back into my heart and let you rise into the light within me. Because every aspect of us is part of us. We are whole beings, and we are all that we've ever been and all that we ever will be. So we can't actually push something away from us, deny it, distract from it. We need to face it and to love it back into the heart of us and allow it to go into the light of us so that it resonates at the level of the new earth, because we are creating the new earth through us. We are here to birth it through us. And so as we bring another aspect of us into a higher vibration, sorry, I was just letting somebody in. As we bring another aspect of us into a higher vibration, we ourselves are rising, we are opening more, we are birthing another part of the new earth through us. There is many now on this earth that are having many moments of actually feeling the new earth, actually seeing the new earth. So, for instance, the gold frequency that I work in, I have many longer and longer times now where I see the golden hue that's all around the area that I'm in. And sometimes I'll move into another area and I'll see the golden hue in that area as well. And it's not that a particular area is bathed in it, it's that I come into a vibration in myself where I'm actually seeing that gold frequency that's birthing the new earth. Pure love and light. Imagine beautiful, beautiful souls, what we are creating together right here, right now, in this moment, as we sit here in this group energy and we feel into the magnificence of ourselves and our power to create and why we are here and what we are actually doing in this moment. You know, we are awesome, absolutely awesome in our love and our power. So vibration is felt. Vibration is not known via the mind, it is felt via the heart. The mind can take us into the doubt and the fear of a heavier vibration, but it's felt in the heart. So I call the mind the storyteller. It sees something, it connects them with a memory or something from the past, and it brings up, it triggers something in us. And we immediately go into fear or doubt, regret, guilt, all those heavier aspects, all those heavier vibrations of us, we drop into. So the mind starts weaving a story. And if we get into a conversation with somebody and they're on a similar vibration to us at that moment, and we start this conversation in a fearful place and they add to it, a whole new story, a deeper story, a bigger story is birthed from that conversation. And so that moves out into the conscious field around this planet. And then others have the choice to move into that story and get fearful from it as well. Everything that goes into the conscious field is there for everybody to feel into. to choose from if they wish to move into and make it their story as well. So you see how powerful we are and how conscious we must be of what conversations we have and what thoughts we allow to run through our mind. We're learning to be consciously aware now and bringing it into more and more moments, not just stepping into a moment willy-nilly in our mind and not realizing what's going on. More and more we're realizing how good it feels to step into that moment, take a breath, step back and ask ourselves, what would love do in this moment? What would love say? How would love respond? And then just coming, yes, Michelle, and then just coming from that part of ourself in that moment. And it matters not what the other person, whoever else is in that moment with us and where they're at, they can only affect us if we allow them to. If we were to hold our space of love in that moment, we would move them into a different space, even planting a seed in that moment through that space that we're in. Our presence is felt before we're physically seen. Have you ever noticed that when you've walked into a room, that the moment you walk into the room or you're sitting there, this will be a different example, you're sitting there and you look at somebody walk into the room and you feel their presence before you've even met them or spoken to them, and you can tell intuitively what type of a person they are or what's going on for them. And this is simply through the vibrational field that their field has, the impact it has on the room as they walk in. If you have somebody that's in their knowing, that is so comfortable in themselves and what they know and how they see life, and they step into the room and that their presence is so expanded that it can take up the whole room and all heads will look around. And it's like, wow, okay, I don't know what it is about that person, but gosh, I'm really feeling them. There's an exercise you can do for yourself. So next time you're walking down the street, take a breath, take a deep breath in and bring yourself present in your body, be really present, and say to yourself, I am love, I am love. And just keep saying it and start walking along the road. Keep your eyes wide open and just walk along. Well, you have to, we will walk off the footpath, but walk along the road and say, I am love, I am love. And you see how many heads turn or they glance at you or they look back at you because they feel your presence, they feel your vibration. And this is the effect that we all have on each other. This is the effect. Imagine the new world, beautiful people, when we're all in love together and we live 100% of the time from that deepest knowing of ourselves. Imagine the world, imagine us. And I say imagine because imagination is what's creating this. It's part of the vibration that's creating the new world. Imagination is not nothing. I don't know if you were like me, but I was brought up with a family who lived in the black and white world, and I lived in the Technicolor world. And so to them, imagination was just was not real, was just fantasy. But I say to you, where was fantasy created from? You know, all the fantasy books out there that we read as children, where were they created from? Imagination takes us into other realms and other realities. And that's where we create from, those other realms and realities where it is already born, where through our imagination we have already created what it is we want. And this physical reality is the very last reality where it manifests. So it drops through the other realms and realities into this one in physical form. Unfortunately for us, we don't often hold it long enough. We give up we get impatient, we disbelieve. And so we don't hold our imagination, our vision long enough for it to manifest here. And then we feel let down and we walk away. But our manifesting skills are becoming stronger now, and time is speeding up, so we're manifesting a lot quicker now. So we're seeing for ourselves in so many different directions how powerful we are in so many ways, so many ways. So I would say to all of you on here today that you are star seeds. And I know that a lot don't like that particular term, but it's just a identification tag, if you like. So the star seeds are the ones that have awakened and are awakening now. And they're the ones, we are the ones that have come here and either been born here, and some star seeds have been born through quite a few lives now to be here for this time, and others like myself have dropped into this life during this life. And we are all here, as I said before, on the leading edge of this change, and we are here to be the examples. And we are here to shine the light, to anchor our light throughout our societies. And we are here for purpose, on purpose. And within every heart on this call, I would say, you know this, you know deep within you that there is a reason that you are here other than your own personal growth, which of course is vitally important, is the most important. But you are here as one of the orchestrators, as one of the manifestors, as one of the creators, one of the builders of the new world that's forming right now, that's growing right now. And you would be seeing for yourself the light that's coming in more and more moments now. Light finds every crack it can to shine through. And you would be feeling in more and more moments the love that is deepening within you, and the power of that love, the creative power of that love, the passion that comes with that love. Every one of you here would have moments, even if you fall back into dark spaces and places within yourself, and that's totally understandable because life has geared you up for that. Life has taught you all these things about yourself that are not the truth of you. And now you're realizing that there is more and more lighter, brighter moments. So, Earth inhabitants have been caught in this matrix for so many lifetimes. And I wish to tell you today that the matrix has actually been dissolved. It's gone now. It's happened over the last few months. And the only thing that's holding this reality in a way that's very similar to how we've always known is us, ourself, and our creative powers. The masses around this world are so used to living one way in the heaviness and the struggle to survive that's what they're creating day after day still. And it's up to us, the light bearers, the lighthouses. It's up to us now to bring in this new world more and more, so that those that are still holding the creation of the old here on this earth can start to see for themselves. So the light starts to break through the heaviness that they're holding themselves in. So we have a big job, beautiful team members here on the leading edge, but we're up for it. It was only the strongest and the most committed that were chosen for this mission here on earth. And often people will say to me, well, aren't we going to be rescued by off-planetary races? And my answer to them is, we are those off-planetary races. We are the ground crew. We are the feet on the ground here on purpose. So we are it. We're here for this. And yes, there are aspects of us up in craft, up there in the universe. Yes, there are. I know this for myself personally. I know of a few aspects of myself that I meet consciously during conscious dreaming up in craft right now, but I am the one right here, feet on the ground now, and I am moving forward and I am doing this, and the most beautiful part that fills my heart more than anything is there are so many stepping up now, so many that are linking arms on the leading edge of this change, and we're doing it together, and every one of us is a link in the chain, and every one of us brings our uniqueness, brings our gifts, our unique gifts to this leading edge, to the front line. And we are a force for absolute good. And there's absolutely nothing that can stop us. Nothing. It is already written in the history of this earth that the light has won. We're just the cleanup crew, guys. We're just here doing the spring cleaning and getting rid of the pieces that don't fit our new world that we are creating right now. So I've spoken and spoken, and I just wondered if there's anybody's got anything that they wish to talk or mention or comment on. Bobby, yes. Hi.
Hi, thank you so much. That was so beautiful to hear that. I speak of similar, and it's just exciting to hear it from somebody else as well. And I totally acknowledge what you're saying when you step into, you see the golden light around you more and more. And I have had experiences come because I've been shown and taken to the frequency of where we're going. I've always had a direct path of knowing where I'm going, and the feeling, the inner peace and the inner stillness within my mind is so pure that that's starting to bleed out. And I feel when you said that you see the goldenness around you more and more, that's what I'm starting to feel more and more on a daily basis when I'm at work or wherever. It doesn't matter. There are certain places that it shines even more because it's like my neuron paths have connected to that, and then it just washes over me, but it happens sporadically. And then I just allow that frequency and be completely still in the moment so I can share it with as many people as possible, like I'm sure you do. So it's really exciting to meet you. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. I absolutely hear every word you just said and recognise it all. That is me to a T as well. It's like it shines out from inside and then it fills up everywhere, like everywhere my eyes can see, it just filled with this beautiful golden, I call it the golden hue. And it just, it bathes everything. And in such a blessed place within when I'm in it and feeling it, and it gives me such joy to know that this is where we're headed, every one of us, this is where we're headed. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mona.
I really feel like your voice is very healing, and everything you say makes so much sense, and I think we all carry past traumas or things we need to heal or things we need to release, and the human being is so vulnerable. So thank you for reminding us that the power is within our heart, that we must believe in ourselves, and that we have this touch with the divine power, with the source, and we can get everything we need from source and within our heart. So thank you. I'm just enjoying, I find you very soothing, very recomforting, and very healing. Thank you so much, Janine. And you really touched my heart by sharing your story. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Such a pleasure, Mona. And just to let you know that that source is us. We are that source. It's not only in us, it is us. It's around us, it's through us, it flows, it dances with life, it touches and connects, it creates. It is us. Thank you. We're a physical point within the source. Thank you. Thank you. Kasha.
Hello, Janine. Thank you so
Hello,
much
Kasha.
for the beautiful time with you. And, you know, thank you so much for confirming that, you know, I came to this planet for the reason, and I have a mission to, you know, to serve to this community as the, it's really interesting because through all my life, when I was, especially when I was young, I used to go mushroom picking with my mother, and a lot. Like my mom was crazy about mushrooms, so we would be sometimes every day in 3 a.m. before the sun rise up in the forest to be first to pick up those mushrooms. And so so I remember me thinking when I was walking through the forest, sometimes I would see those ants, you know, I don't know how you call those, you know, the big dome of those small wooden pieces that the ants come in with the food into it. I always had the feeling that, you know, I'm one of those ants that has, it's so small on this planet, in this, you know, perspective to the planet. And then my role on this planet, it's so important. And I just didn't know what it is. But now I guess I'm finding it. So I like how you know, explain that. And it really resonated with me, and it's just beautiful. I'm glad that, you know, I'm meeting so many beautiful souls, including you. It's a pleasure to be here and to listen to your story and your wisdom. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kasha. So when you talk about the arms, are you talking about like beautiful big angelic arms or something like that? Is that what you're meaning?
Those small insects that they are.
Ants.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
I can't say it the way you just said it. I'm sorry.
No.
Glad I made you laugh. I woke up a few people. Good. Thank you.
The funny thing is that my accent would probably make other people laugh too, because you say aunts, and I say ants. So, and it's probably said so many different ways here on the screen today. So thank you, Kasia, for sharing.
And then I can also tell you guys that in Polish we call them mrówki. So that's of course easier for me to pronounce in Polish than in trying to pronounce it in English. So thank you again.
Thank you, Kasia. That reminds me of I'll do a sharing with you here that, you know, being multidimensional beings, we have that, and of course there is really only this now moment. There is nothing else is real but this now moment. So we have the ability to bring into this now moment what we would believe in this linear time, that we're moving back into the past or we're moving forward into the future, but we're actually opening to the now moment and all, because it holds everything. So in saying that, when I was a child and I had some heavy or dark times, I always felt this beautiful angelic being would come in all my childhood and scoop me up and hold me in its arms, in the beautiful arms of absolute love. And this angelic being had beautiful big wings and was just like you see in the books and wore white, but it was the love. It always held me in my darkest and most emotional moments. And then what I found out one day when I was in a deep meditation, I went back into my inner child to do some healing. And as I stepped into the room where my inner child was and walked towards me as the little girl lying in a fetal position crying and scooped her up, I realized I was that angelic being that had held me my entire life as a child. And it was so emotional in that moment. I just dissolved into tears to realize that my entire life I had held me and I had supported me. So I just, Kasha in her way of saying ants reminded me of that particular story. So if nobody else wants to share anything or speak today, I am going to take us out on a beautiful journey. And this is a journey of deep feeling again. And this was created by Rumi and myself. So we got together, we put our heads together, and we came up with this it's called The Alchemy of Love by Rumi, and then I added to it. And so I just ask you to get yourself comfortable again. And I've got music with this one, so I'm just going to share sound. And if you can give me a thumbs up if you can hear this, just so that I know. Hang on, it's just starting. No, yep. No, it can't hear it. Oh, okay. Bear with me.
No, you have a volume on the screen on the right side of this blue panel.
Ah, thank you. Got you. Yeah, so I'm going to start again. So just get yourself comfortable, relax. Just open your heart, relax your mind, and just allow yourself to feel on the deepest level of you. Enjoy the experience. You came to us from another world. From beyond the stars and void of space. Superlative, pure, and of unimaginable beauty. You brought with you the deepest truth. You came to transform all who are touched by you. You came to light the darkest shadows. In your presence, mundane concerns, troubles and sorrows dissolve. Your presence brings joy to every heart that seeks it. All life flows through you. You touch us with your grace. Your inner beauty feeds all hearts. In your energy, all wrongs are righted, all evil transforms into goodness. For you are the master alchemist. You light the fire of love in earth and sky, and in the heart and soul of every being. Through your love, existence and non-existence merge. All opposites unite, and all that is profane becomes sacred again. For you are love, and within you all exists. Through your core of pure goodness, nothing is left untouched. And from your exquisite heart flows the love and truth of life. You were born of the stars and came to show by your example love's truth. To show by deed, by word, by presence, love is the reality of life. Trust in your knowing, beautiful one. Open your heart to the flow of truth. Open to your own magnificence and embrace the majesty of life as it flows through you. For you are the master creator, and life unfolds by your command. Within you is held all beauty and wisdom since time began. Live life through your heart. Let yourself be seen by life. Step fully into the light of your being and know the love that is your birthright. For you are truth. You are love. All exists within you. And this is your time right here, right now, to shine. Act with courage, walk in power, share through truth, listen with grace, and touch all in love. Bring the gift of you, compassion, kindness and grace to this world. Be the emissary of love and truth. Just when you're ready, coming back into your body. Okay. If anybody's got anything they wish to say, oh, Kasha. Yes, Kasha?
Yes, immediately, I'm feeling this. Like, I wish that all the kids and everybody on this planet would be raised with this lovable attitude, with this lovable, vision of life and future and existence. It's just such a missing puzzle in so many people's life. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Kash. It's a happening thing. It is a happening thing. That's why we're here. That's why we're all here. Thank you. All right, beautiful people. Thank you so, so much for being a part of the love and the joy of this group this day, and helping to send out into the conscious field over the last hour our combined love, our togetherness here. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Same time, same place. Love and blessings.
Thank you very much, Janine. Love and light to everybody. It was awesome.
Thank you. Thanks.
Great class, Janine.
Thank you. Thank you, Malik.
Thank you so much, Janine. That was wonderful.
Thank you, Josephine.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.